Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another exciting edition of Omnibros live on a Thursday night. It's your boy Gio here from Manga Geekdom, and I'm joined by the illustrious, the spectacular Jim Joe Babaloo. How you doing, Jim Joe?
I'm doing well, but I don't know if it was just me or everyone else. I mean, just me or if it was you and everyone else on the streams, but like I can't add the subtitle onto my name right now.
Let me see if I can do something about that. Nope.
Did they
Settings.
just remove that feature?
It may have been removed because they just had like a massive upgrade, StreamYard, and they like changed the font. The duck logo's different now. They're doing stuff. I don't know. Sorry, Jim Joe.
When that happened, but when I logged on, I saw it.
But now, happy to have you here.
People don't know I'm from the Comic Salad podcast.
Right. No Omnibus Collector. I don't know who that is. I know Jim Joe. They changed it. I hate it. I have a love. People know this. I have a love and hate relationship with StreamYard. I mean, it serves its purpose, but it could be so much better. But whatever.
I think at least it's. I feel like it's easier to use than OBS is.
For having more than one people on, absolutely. God bless them. If they were able to figure that shit out, and we could, well, we're 2 minutes in. I can curse. And we can have like some of the integrations that OBS has, particular to the gaming world. If they were to cater to that, StreamYard would be a little bit better, I think. But they're just focused on the Zoom style executive meeting here.
Yeah.
But I do like the fact that anybody can jump in and talk. But regardless, we're not here for StreamYard. We're here for Manga, specifically to chat a little bit about all the new licenses that are pretty exciting. Some really cool stuff happening. Some new publishers that I did not expect. Some explanations. The explanation behind some of these new publishers I found quite hilarious. We're going to get to that in a minute. But let's give a shout out to our sponsor, InStockTrades.com. Actually, let's play a little music. I haven't done that in a minute, and I think this is safe to play on stream because I've had this since forever. So there you go, baby. In Stock Trades, your home for collected editions. You get your Omnis, trade paperback, hardcovers, manga, and more for great discounted prices. Of course, you get free shipping in the U.S. that orders to start at $50 or more. And there's that loyalty discount, which adds an extra 2% off to your book orders if you make it on a weekly basis. Great packaging and wonderful customer service are two of many things that you can expect when you visit InStockTrades.com. Let me share my screen here. There we go. You can see some of the cool stuff happening over there. The deals of the week, they change every week, and we get first dibs on that. So if you want to find out about the new ones, and have to tune into Monday nights when we do the Monday stream at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Of course, you got your new releases happening and your top sellers. There are sales happening. Clearances, damages, red tags. There's the 24-hour flash sale. This time it went to a deluxe edition. Rarely see that. Life is Strange Deluxe Edition Hardcover Volume 1 for 60% off, $9.99. That is pretty cool. There are character spotlights on Wolverine, Green Lantern, and a couple series spotlights on stuff like Manhattan Projects and a manga known as Trigun. Yeah, you can get the Trigun Deluxe Edition hardcovers right now, all of them at 40% off. So $30 per book. That is pretty sweet, I think. So go check them out. InStockTrades.com, your home for collected editions. Phew. All right. What's been happening? How are you, sir?
Well, I put this.
Let me zoom in. Sorry.
No longer is it a stack of boxes. Now
Ooh.
the shelf is complete, and
Pretty
it fit
sexy.
a lot more than I thought it was going to. I mean, like, not like I have not filled a Kalax before, but just I was anticipating getting about like maybe 15 boxes of stuff on there, but it was closer to 20. So now the tour of the room, it's very dark.
Oh, it's a little bit glitchy. Hold on. There we go. Hold on.
I need to put more lights.
Sorry.
But now it's
first dips. We get first dips on the tour video, everybody.
Gotta watch where I'm going.
Ooh, oh, and it turns around.
I put in this
and
corner.
You put a corner shelf. Holy crap.
Look at that.
Damn, I'm proud of you. Look at that.
So put the corner shelf, and then
watch out, don't trip and fall.
Stack of art books right there that I have to step over because I haven't put them up yet. And then this comes around.
Whoa.
And there's
I have a suggestion. I have a cool idea that I just thought of in the moment. What if you put next to your desk a trash can, right? A little trash bin, a mini one, and inside you put a Pokeball, emulating the Team Rocket hideouts when you would look through the trash bins and you would look and find, oh, I found a Pokeball and it's a potion, something like that.
I was actually gonna put one of the like small cube shelves like right here.
Ooh, yeah.
So like it would give me enough space on either side
to go in and out. Yeah.
Enough space to still do my chair back and forth, but it would give me just a little bit more books right there. I'm debating it. I don't know if I want to do it yet. It would be really easy for me to, pull it in here, make the decision, and then take it out.
I would say yes. So I don't know if you need a yes man right now, but I would say yes. Do it.
Because I have with that shelf, I emptied like one more box, maybe a box and a half. So I have 38, I think, boxes left.
That's not
bad. 7 boxes of Batman books, 6 boxes of other manga, and then 24 boxes of Kodansha.
You got this.
So that math's 38, 37, 30. I don't remember what I said. 38. That should 30, be 38 boxes. So yeah, I'm getting there. We started with like 200, so we're getting there.
Yeah, baby, let's go, dude. Congrats. Chat, I have neglected you. Apologies. Best Mod Kane, first one to comment. Thank you. Now it's a Thursday. Good evening, all. One more day to Friday. Smotherly Lion, thank you for joining. And this is very important. Hold on. Hold the manga. Give me a minute. Hey, I'm putting in my Marvel poll vote tomorrow and was going to have one to the Inhumans. Thank you so much. We kindly appreciate your donation. Thank you. It will go to a good cause. We want this book to happen. Any of the Inhuman books. Where would it be of best service? I want the early years to happen first, but if any other happens before that, I'll take it. If you want to ask me, I went with the early years first, and then the what they labeled the Marvel Knights second. So if you want to go between those two, that'd be pretty cool. The other stuff's great too. I just prefer those two first than the newer content for the Inhumans. But thank you so much, brother. Appreciate it.
I think the most popular one on last year's was the Early Years Volume 1, wasn't it?
That was the one that made it to the top 60. Yeah.
I was surprised because I thought it would be the Marvel Knights stuff that would go higher, but it wound up being classic. Not that I'm, upset or complaining about it at all, but it just surprised me.
I just think the classics would appeal to non-Inhumans readers simply because it is like classic Kirby, Lee, Silver Age 90s onward stuff, maybe somebody would be like, I don't know about the Inhumans. I tried some other stuff. But if it's like classics, vintage, epic Marvel era, 60s and 70s, maybe they'll go like, yeah, we need that in Omnibus. I'd be down for owning that. That was my logic, I guess. Monkey Wrench, let's go. Thank you, James. Hobby in the house. Hey, y'all. Thank you for joining. H Field, thank you. Everybody, thank you so much. Oh, this was for the ad. Sounded like an 80s influencer. When I do commercial work and do voiceover and music and stuff, I use a lot of 80s inspired, like synth heavy stuff for my promos. Especially if I'm doing like an ad for like a bank or something, I'll use music like that. And it really makes a difference. You might think, oh, that's kind of corny. But in a sea of people using the same type of music, my stuff sounds a little bit different on air at work. I'd like to think so. So I brought that a little bit of that to this stream. I wish I could have the music rotating and not have to worry about it, but it's a little cumbersome here. So sorry. Riley, you put up a new video. Kane watched the update.
Thank you. Yeah, I did put up a video. I actually filmed it a while ago, and sometimes I'm just in this zone where I'm like, I don't feel like editing, so like I had that filmed and on my computer for a while, and then finally I was like, I need to do it so I can mention the special like sale that Waltz has happening.
Oh, nice.
And it was a 2-week thing, and I missed the first week, and I felt bad. I was like, I need to do it. And then even then, like I finished the video and edited it and everything, and I think took an extra day or two to actually put it out because I was like, I need to take a picture. I forgot to take a picture of all the books for a thumbnail. And so I had to like go and rearrange all the stuff and take the picture. And I just kept forgetting. But yeah, I finally got it out there. And now I can, thank you. Now I can do my second video that I had already filmed, which was the Battle Royale special.
Yeah, you talked about that last week. Nice.
So we'll get excited about that one. I know it's like 2 months late, so most of the video is actually just talking about the like importance of Battle Royale, I guess, like the legacy of it. And then the last chunk is actually looking at the deluxe edition itself.
Nice.
So I hope that makes mine stand out against any other videos that were put out there. I don't really watch anyone's content because I don't want to like inadvertently be influenced by something that someone did if I'm going to do the same thing. So I don't know, like, I don't know what Omar, for instance, did in his Battle Royale video. I just assumed that he looked at Battle Royale and talked about how cool it is.
The only content I watch these days are retro video game related stuff, internet drama gossip channel sometimes because it's super entertaining, and the only comics manga related thing that I watch these days are when our peers and friends do live streams, because I watch them at work and I need to hear people yapping for an hour or two, so that's perfect. So I love to hear people talk on live streams, but regular manga comic content I'd stop watching. I don't go down that route.
I tend to watch mostly like content related to topics that I don't know a lot about so that I can like get educated, I guess. But usually if I just need something to put on, I use I do like food related things.
Oh, yeah. Like, I also follow, sorry to butt in, channels that have like documentaries about like Nat Geo's style thing or History Channel. I watch that a lot too. So
I think some of the easier ones to watch are like, I'll watch Try Guys like Keith eats the menu at whatever restaurant, and I'll just put that on in the background. He's like, now we're trying this from Chili's, and I'm like, I've tried that from Chili's. It's just easy shit to put on while I'm working or while I'm like putting books
the
on shelves.
the books together. Yeah.
Yeah,
People
that's
are loving your shelf, by the way. I wanted to point that out.
oh, thank
Giving
you.
blockbuster book vibes.
Binging with Babish has done, I think on his second channel, he's doing a lot of like just fun food videos instead of like the cooking videos that he usually does. So I watch a lot of those, like the comparing hot dogs or comparing ranch dressings and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, I'll figure out what ranch is the best one according to some dude in New York that's been on YouTube for a decade. But yeah, that's but I'll watch documentary videos and stuff too, like talking about various topics and stuff that I'm not familiar with.
What are the Inhumans?
Sarcasm.
They're like X-Men but better. Let's go. Thank you. Somebody has my back. Damn it. I know, Riley. That's offensive. I apologize. Inhumans by Jay Lee was good. It was Paul Jenkins. I love that run. I'm excited about the Battle Royale. I have no intention of reading the manga, but I love learning about pop culture history. That is why the video will succeed. That's a really good angle to tie it into the book.
The pop culture aspect of it is really interesting because like some stuff that like for in the US, you know, like we basically the movie was what we got first. And like I didn't realize until I was like putting all my info together about Battle Royale for this video, I didn't realize that the movie and the manga both started or both came out 1 year after the book. Like it was like boom boom super quickly. But the movie was so big and so influential and it made it stateside really quickly, really early, and that's what we had. But it just took off and it was hugely influential, and I couldn't take the time to talk about every single thing that it influenced, but you know, I take a little time to talk about I think one of the biggest influences that it had that's most apparent, I guess, or in pop culture. Like one of the bigger ones that you'll hear about a lot is Kill Bill, because Tarantino took an actress from the movie and made a new character that's very similar to her character in Battle Royale and gave us Gogo Hibari, and even had her in a school uniform and stuff. And like he's very public about talking about that and stuff. So I do mention that, and then like there's a lot of stuff that's really interesting, and the fact that like the manga is written by the original writer of the novel, so we're not getting like a dumbed down version of the story. He actually expands on the novel in a lot of ways, and gives a lot of the backstory of a lot of the characters that he didn't go in as much depth with in the novel. So there's a lot of different cool things that I talked about in there, and then I had to mention Hunger Games as well. But Suzanne Collins like swears up and down that she'd never even heard of Battle Royale until after she turned in her script. And I'm like, that could definitely be a true, that could be a case of like convergent ideas happening, but like you can't say like tell a bunch of people that and expect them to all believe you when the similarities are so heavy. But I also, the other part that I was glad to be able to talk about was the original English adaptation by the late Keith Giffen. And it's crazy because like Giffen was one of the like biggest names in comics for decades, and that's why they got him. Yeah, Lord of the Flies, and I don't mention it specifically in there, but I mentioned Avengers Arena, which had homage covers to Lord of the Flies, Hunger Games, and Battle Royale. But and Hopeless was like he was inspired by Battle Royale and like made arcade in that, like a fan of it. But anyway, what was I just mentioning?
Your video, the Tarantino Battle Royale. Everybody should look forward to that video. When is it dropping?
So you can look forward to that, and whatever the thought that I was just going on will be finished in that video, because I just blanked. Yeah, that's why you can't like stray me from my path, because I'll just completely blank
Sorry,
when
that's
I
what I
go
call a brain fart.
when I start getting in that like rolling in that type of thing. Um anyway, I'm just it's interesting. It's really interesting. There's a lot to talk about there. And oh, Keith Giffen. I was talking about Giffen and his translation. Like, they sought him out specifically for a reason. And then they let him just run wild. And it's crazy because like Giffen was an existing fan of the franchise because of the movie, but he changed the so much about the story that just completely, like, a lot of it just didn't work. Like, a lot of it they had to retroactively change, like later in the series, later in the English edition, they had to change because what he did in the beginning didn't work with the end, because they were publishing it, Tokyo Pop was, while it was still going on in Japan.
Mhm.
So there's, you know, a little bit about that as well. So it's I'm hopefully gonna edit that this the next few days or so. I'll get that edited so I can put it up, and then I'm trying to get that March buyer's guide by the end of the month so that I can jump into April by the time the first week rolls around.
There you go. Did you haul anything by any chance?
Man, I've got a stack this time.
Hey, let's
It's
go.
been so long, and I got a package today, like a big one, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hang on to it. I'm not gonna put them
All
away.
time, baby. Let's go.
So at the top of the stack, I've got some stuff from Square Enix. They sent me some new releases, so I need to
Ooh.
read these. A couple of debuts, so I need to read those and give some thoughts on those. Betrothed to a Fox Demon.
Oh, you
Volume
got it. Hold on, let me do this. There you go.
Plagued by a sinister curse, a young couple roams the land in search of a cure. For 1,000 years, the exorcists of the Kyogane clan have dedicated their lives to eradicating the gruesome demons that haunt Japan. Kuro Kyogane, the current clan head, has no interest in getting married and producing an heir, but after his family arranges a suitable bride in the brave and optimistic Fuyu, he agrees to fulfill his obligations. What Kuro doesn't know yet is that his wedding ceremony conceals a dark secret, and once Fuyu is declared his wife, she may never be safe from harm again. And then we've got the Prince's Keeper, which looks pretty different. The cozy tale of a witch who makes a pet of a prince in disguise. Miranda is a reclusive apprentice witch who runs a shop selling magical potions and enchanted trinkets in a quiet corner of the capital city. One day, she receives an invitation to a tea party at the palace. There, she meets the royal family's third prince, only he's been cursed to be in the form of a cat. Ordered to serve as Prince Heinrich's keeper, Miranda suddenly finds herself the caretaker of a royal feline. What happens when a handsome prince becomes a witch's familiar?
Nice.
Those are the two debuts, and then volume 10 of Demons of the Shadow Realm. Oop, almost dropped it. So that one, and then volume 7 of Wash It All Away. So those are the new Enixes, and then I've got volume 6 of Infinity Force. I think this is the second. I think it's 10 volumes total. So we're in the second half of this one. It's pretty fun if you're a fan of like tokusatsu stuff, like,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of those characters that appear. And then we've got, I'm trying to organize my publisher here. So I've got, haven't unwrapped it yet, but we've got the Legend of Kamui volume 3. So obviously I haven't gotten to read volume 3 yet, but I'm excited.
Nice. That looks really good.
Anticipating getting that one in. And then from Kodansha, I've got KG volume 2, the hardcover.
Bastard.
And then, yeah, magnificent bastard. And then I haven't unwrapped this package yet, but there's Initial D volume.
Oh, I was wondering why the gray and red, but now I realize it's 2 books.
Yeah, it's stuck with Nana. Let me get it out so you can look at the car on the cover, because we know from experience in the show that Shuichi Shigeno knows how to draw cars.
Yeah, that's a car. I don't know which model, but that's a car.
And then there's some nice Shuichi Shigeno faces.
There you go.
Go against the car. And then also from Kodansha, we've got Kaijin Fugeki Volume 2. I still haven't had a chance to read Volume 1, but given it's so great, I'm sure that I'm going to enjoy it. But
I really thought you were going to say that you thought it was going to be great.
I'm sure it's going to be great because it's so great.
Oh, great.
And then Heroic Legend of Arslan 22.
Nice.
With the artwork from Hiromu Arakawa. So that's the selection of books from Kodansha, and then Nana Volume 3 of the collector's edition with the sprayed edges.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got from the Shonen Sunday. Oh, there's another shoujo beat. Let's stay in sequence here. Let's Do It Already, Volume 8. Then from Sunday, we have Fly Me to the Moon, Volume 31. And then we've got also from Sunday, Sleepy Princess in the Demon Castle, Volume 29.
Yay.
And then from Shonen Jump, we've got Akane Banashi 15, Dragon Ball Super 24. That's the last one as of now.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I know that they've mentioned that the manga is coming back, but I don't know if it's going to be more super or if it's going to be under a different title or what. Chainsaw Man Volume 20. This series is blowing up everyone's timeline. I mean, it's blowing up my timeline right now because the last chapter just came out.
So it'll be 24 volumes.
Yeah, so it'll be like, unless I decide to jump ahead and just read it online, it's going to be about a year before I read the end of it. But from what I've seen, Rui Dragon Volume 3, from what I've seen about the ending, this is the exact type of thing that I love. Like everything that people, whether the positives and the negatives that people are saying, like people who hate it, everything they're saying, I'm like, oh my God, this is perfect. Like I it's the exact type of thing that, and the things that people are comparing, that there's like a lot of people comparing to like Devilman and Evangelion, and I'm like, yes.
Let's go. Yeah.
And then I saw someone compare it to the web series Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, and I was like, yes. Then I think they were trying to use it as an insult, and I was like, that is such a huge compliment. That is not an insult. Anyway, World Trigger Volume 28 and Super Psychic Policeman Shoujo Volume 2. So that's the haul. But I have one more thing.
Ooh, oh mama, that's a haul, man.
I promise it's gonna be fun. Hold on.
Yeah. Love those Kamui covers.
Coming back.
Last chapter of Chainsaw Man is the most Fujimoto ending. I need to catch up. I've only read part 1 and just like one volume of part 2. So I need to read more of that. Ooh,
Boichi got Sunken Rock.
Stone. Let's go.
My copy came in I think yesterday, 2 days ago, something like that.
Is that already out?
I think it's officially out next week sometime. Like,
got it.
They have it out on the 1st is the official date.
Right. That's an advanced copy.
Yeah, so they sent me an advanced copy that just came in, so I haven't bust into it yet, but I really need to, because now I have 3 different books that Kodama has sent me that I haven't even gotten to crack open because I've been trying to set all this stuff up. But yeah, it's big. It looks good. I'm gonna bust it open right here.
Out of context, this is a wild stream already.
Boom, baby.
Unboxings and everything. Look at that.
So
oh my God, there we go.
Few colored pages right at the beginning. I don't want to show any boobies by accident.
Is it?
It's rated mature. Oh. So there's a few colored pages at the beginning, and I think there's some partway through as well. Yeah. So
sorry to bother you with this, but what is under the dust jacket on the flaps or whatever?
Find out in just a second.
Is it just blank, like solid colors, or an image?
Usually with Kodama, they do something on the dust or underneath the dust jacket. And this one, It has a butt on one side, and then so he's looking at the butt on.
Oh, how charming! Bless his heart.
Yeah. So they do something with every one of their things, and
never mind. I'll keep quiet. I'll tell you later. There's an origin to what we talked about just now, but whatever. Dust jackets out, French flaps in, baby. Yeah, love me a French flap. I only hauled 2 books. I'm sorry, 2 books from friends of the show, Seven Seas Entertainment. I these copies are all banged up, but that's okay. I grabbed volume 2 of Virgin Ventures, volume 2. There you go. I'm not going to show you what's inside because I can't. And volume 2 of Tales of the 100 Monsters Next Door. This took forever. You can blame the Amazon for that. And when it arrived, it was like this because somebody at the mail thought, let's just shove it into the PO box with no disregard to whatever the hell's inside. And I had to when I opened the box, my PO box, it was at the top like this, folded, like this, and there was other stuff, so it was stuck to the roof of the of my box. So I had to pull everything out, and then this thing got stuck, so I had to like forcibly pull it out, which was not a pleasant experience. And then it's been sitting here for like 3 or 4 days under the weight of other books, so it did flatten out, thankfully, because I was going to complain, but I'm like, whatever, I don't care. It's stupid. I find it stupid to complain. I mean, if it was like broken and torn up and stuff, like, yeah, but this was just something that I knew I could fix. But regardless, I am excited to read this. So there you go. That's all I hauled. I'm not hauling much these days.
The box, I have a box over here on this little table right there. And the reason, instead of it being stored with all the rest of the boxes, is because when I was opening stuff up, like 4 of my Baki volumes were folded like that. Like whenever they got packed.
Yeah.
Because I had multiple people like helping packing, and we were doing it super fast.
Yeah, inevitable that something like that would have happened.
And it was only like maybe a couple boxes out of the 200 that I had that had any issue whatsoever. And that was one of them. And so like, I think that it was more the fault of the fact that since I didn't know what was in there and how it was packed, I was stacking boxes and stuff. And so like those books, I think, were kind of on a diagonal, and then they got bent and folded when I stacked something on top of it. And so they were like pretty rough. And now that I have them getting flattened out right now by the heavy box over there, but one of them is fine now. Like one of the books, this one was one of them that was bent up, and it's fine now.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of
that's why we buy Omnis. They're gigantic paperweight.
Yeah, the amount of times that we've used just stacks of Omnibus to weigh things and like flatten them.
Yeah.
It's a perfect tool.
Might have to get that. I assume they're talking about Dr. Stone. La la, looking forward to getting myself a copy. Spooky manga is good. Loving the dynamic between the book repairer and Ghost Sensei. I will give out my thoughts somehow on these books in a video. I don't know. My schedule on my channel is horrendous. Let's not go into that. So let's just jump into the topics. We don't have a lot, but we got 3 news items. I'm just going to use ANN because I barely had any time to pull this together. Sorry. We got a new manga publisher, Mahjong Pro. They are from the Mahjong set, right? Mahjong Pro Publishing imprint, and they announced 3 new licenses. Now, what the hell is that company?
They were a Mahjong company in the US that was basically, if I recall correctly, started by someone who just wanted to bring Mahjong to people
That's so
here.
random.
They wanted to bring like more nice sets, like Mahjong boards and what I don't know what you call them, like a chessboard. Is it a Mahjong? I don't know. But they
Yeah.
from what I recall, because the guy behind the company like had reached out to me a while ago to say like, hey, I'm gonna have like I'm publishing these manga, and I was told to reach out to you like to send you copies so you can talk about them. And I was like, yeah, whenever you have stuff ready, send it my way.
There's a there's a Persona 5 Mahjong set. What?
Yeah, so what I was gonna say is they have a lot of like licensed themed Mahjong sets that you can get.
McDonald's and Hello Kitty, Sanria. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's where they started, was with regular stuff and like I think like books on how to learn how to play and stuff like that. And then they started licensing things. And then they decided, fuck it, y'all, let's get into publishing manga.
This is the equivalent, like if I were to open a
Hololive Mahjong.
restaurant or like a bakery or something, and then I got bored of just baking stuff and thought, like, you know, it'd be nice, some cool revenue if I got books that are all about baking, and I'm going to sell them as a subdivision of my established company.
Yeah, man.
That's honestly pretty genius. So shout out. If you scroll all the way back here, you can see some of the books. 100 and damn it, hold on. 136 ready to use Mahjong strategies and tactics. Let's go. I don't understand this game. I've tried. I've seen anime about Mahjong. It looks interesting, but I ain't got time for this. But if you scroll down in this website, here it is. Mahjong Pro licenses manga. Mahjong Pros is proud to announce that we have expanded into publishing and that the company has licensed the manga Reform with No Wasted Draws. Wait, there's supposed to be more. What the hell? Or multiple titles. Sorry.
I think that's the first announcement that they did was just that one by itself.
Oh my god. What the hell? Okay, I'll get the other ones in a bit from ANN. So they did this announcement, and if we go over here, Mahjong Pro something something, Anime News Network. .com. There we go. Let's go over here. It should be in here. The hell? Where's? Oh, I have to click on manga. There we go. Mahjong, where are you? Damn it. Hold on. Mahjong. There it is. Okay. So I guess we're back to ANN. Sorry. I was trying to be fancy and not rely on them, but here we go. They got a bunch of stuff. The first one here is Crybaby Mermaid, which I did not realize when I first saw the report that it was quote unquote mermaid related. Illustrated memoir of Yumi Uotani. This is by Yoshiki Suda and Mio Junta. This comes out in April. This April or next year, April? I'm guessing this year. Okay. Crybaby Mermaid. is about the quiet difficulty of continuing when doubt never fully disappears. It follows Yumi Uotani, a professional mahjong player, through the uncertain early years of a public career where each setback lingers, each success feels temporary, and the question of whether she truly belongs never quite goes away. That is pretty interesting. Has nothing to do with mermaids. What the hell? They lied to me. The next one is Getter Robo High from Bingo Morihashi and Drill Jill. This comes out next month, May 30th. When a technologically advanced civilization rises from the ocean and conventional weapons fail, 3 pilots are assigned to operate an experimental machine powered by Getter rays. Their opponents do not rely on force alone. Each battle is designed to disrupt judgment, break coordination, and push them into mistakes made under pressure. Wait a minute. Where does the Mahjong come into play? As the fighting continues, the threat becomes less predictable and the stakes grow beyond what the pilots expected. The strain of responsibility and isolation begins to affect how they think, how they trust each other, and how much risk they're willing to take. Drawn in dense, high contrast black and white, blah, 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 blah. So this is not Mahjong related?
Yeah, he's playing. Look at the cover. He's playing Mahjong.
Oh, no, yeah. Okay. I was just hoping to see it here on the description. Each battle is assigned to structure. Okay, so they're playing
about Mahjong.
Robots playing Mahjong. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Shout out. We are getting Vermilion Stella, illustrated memoir of Arisa Date from Ayato Sasakura. This comes out in June. Arisa Date steps into the national spotlight as a professional mahjong player with a reputation already decided for her. She is seen as a face chosen for attention, someone placed there to be watched rather than believed. Every appearance is public. Every mistake travels farther than the work behind it. Interesting. Okay. This one we saw already from their main website. Reform with no wasted draws. The Legend of Koizumi. This is from Hideki Owada. Comes out in May. Manga artist Hideki reimagines international politics as a series of direct confrontations in which diplomacy gives way to decisive action. Global crises are settled through high-stakes mahjong, turning geopolitical conflict into a test of judgment, nerve, and national resolve. Okay. It's kind of wacky. So yeah, the gimmick is that all these manga titles are mahjong, which the cool thing is other publishers might actually other publishers will pass on titles like this, but this is a mahjong company. It would make sense, and we welcome the idea that they're giving these books a shot for audiences to try new things, and kudos. I applaud them for that, even though it's kind of funny, the whole gimmick of, oh, we're just putting out the mahjong manga. I need to make a yokai publishing company and just license yokai manga and put it out there. How about that? So yeah, new publisher. What do you think of that?
I think I probably need to reach out to that guy from the publisher again, because I don't remember if I even gave him an address, but if I did, it's definitely not my current one.
Right. So there we go. Not mentioned in the PR, but their ebook edition of Koizumi Volume 1 is out now too. Whoa, nice. Shout out. Okay. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh! But Mahjong. I mean, there is a Mahjong tile on the cover. Oh, for the robot. I didn't notice that at first. I thought it was weird. I'm like, why isn't it mentioned in the read here? But okay. So that is happening. Shout out. And then in a move I did not expect, Titan announced through Anime News Network that they're putting out some interesting things. The first one is Darwin's Game in Omnibus. an omnibus edition. Darwin's Game from Flip Flops comes out October 20th. Kaname Sudo's life changes forever when he accepts an invitation to Darwin's Game, a mysterious mobile app that thrusts its players into real-life battles using supernatural sigils with terrifying effects. Suddenly haunted by deadly foes, Kaname must outthink and outfight seasoned players as he uncovers the truth behind the game and the shadowy organization controlling it. I liked the anime, but I've never read the manga, so this is pretty interesting. This omnibus edition collects the first 3 volumes in a single value-packed release, the perfect entry point for new readers and a must-have for fans.
So it'll be like 10, I think. I think it was a 30-volume series.
That sounds about right. Yeah. The manga ended in October of 2023 with an epilogue chapter published that same month, the following month. Sorry. Okay. I do remember the show. Thought it was interesting. I mean, if you like Battle Royale and if you like death games and stuff, you're gonna have a fun time with Darwin's Game, I think. Although the cover is pretty boring. Sorry. The next one here is, I'm gonna try and pronounce this, but I'm gonna fail. Ignaro the Star-Eating Killer, or Hoshikui Koroshi Egnaro. Sorry. From Arata Yamaji. Brace yourself for an unforgettable plunge into the depths of a shattered world with Ignaro. In a land torn apart by colossal rifts that splits the earth, adventurers risk everything to uncover hidden treasures and ancient relics called inheritance. At the center of this brutal frontier is Ignaro, a complex and driven protagonist waging a deadly journey with one astonishing goal: to kill a god. This is crafted by Arata Yamaji from a certain scientific accelerator. Interesting. Okay. Must read. Sure, everything's must read. The manga was canceled in August due to various circumstances. Oh, so it's only 3 volumes for this one. Interesting. Okay. Yamaji launched the manga in February 2024. Kadokawa published the manga's 3rd compiled book in April of 2025. The manga was canceled in August due to various circumstances. I feel like we shouldn't know this. Like, I wouldn't add this as a selling point. Like, this is amazing, but you also need to know that this manga was canceled due to various circumstances that have led Yamaji to only be able to work on the manga intermittently.
Was that part of their PR copy, or did Anime News Network add that in? Let's see if I got the PR email from them about this.
I don't know. If the manga was canceled, I know, right? Yeah, if I see that and I don't know squat about manga, I'm like, well, I'm not gonna get it if it's canceled. I don't know. Somebody dropped the ball on that one.
That's, for me, that's never really a deterrent, because there's a lot of series that were canceled, ended prematurely, that I really wound up loving, and yeah, it leaves me wanting more.
Probably did that. Yeah.
But
I do like the cover. That robot's pretty cool, or whatever the hell that is. It's kind of stylish, not not super mechanical, or more artsy fartsy. I like it. The other one here is, even after Doronjo-sama was reincarnated, she remained a villainess. This comes out in September from Shin Kazuki. From the legendary Time Bokan universe comes a hilarious new twist on isekai and villainous tropes. Oh boy, okay. Even after Doronjo-sama was whatever, the infamous Doronjo, notorious rival to Yatter Man, finds herself transported to a brand new fantasy world after defeat. Rather than reforming, she embraces her villainous identity in this strange new land and sets out to make the Doronbo the Dorombo Gang's name feared and adored once more. There we go. Created by Shin Kazuki. This blah blah blah. First volume, whatever. Okay, so it's not a huge reinventing of the wheel. Basically, like Super Sentai characters get isekai into another world, so they're going to do their Super Sentai shenanigans in that world. That could be fun. Okay, and then this one sounds pretty cool. Nova, Little Girl in the Monster Forest. This is from Kamatama. A tender, slightly eerie world where monsters and humans live side by side, and a cheerful girl named Nova dreams of mastering the Earth's blessing known as Magia, or Magia. Mahia, I don't know. Raised among the forest's creatures, Nova's sunny curiosity hides a secret only the forest lord Cerberus seems to know. A mystery that unfurls through slice of life scenes, folkloric encounters, and small, affecting revelations. I'm in. If you love atmospheric manga that blends folklore, heart, and subtle suspense, Nova's Forest is one you'll want to visit again and again. Okay. I should have kept playing the infomercial music from earlier for these reads. I want to check it out. That's cool. I like that. That's probably a Geo book. And this is the one I'm most excited for, even though I could care less about the original movie. Resident Evil Death Island from Xeno. This is based off of the CG anime movie. Experience the terrifying next chapter in the Resident Evil saga with Resident Evil Death Island, or Biohazard, a manga adaptation that plunges you into the darkest heart of the franchise. Sure, okay. Crafted by acclaimed manga artist Xeno, collabing with Capcom. This volume brings cinematic scale, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I need to, where is it? Set against the ominous prison island of Alcatraz, Chris, Leon, Jill, Claire, and Rebecca confront a mysterious bioterror outbreak that turns the island into a battlefield of horror and survival. I will probably be picking this up. I like Resident Evil. I'm not the biggest fan, but I want to have media of this franchise in my things from this franchise in my collection. Sorry. What do you think of Resident Evil?
I'm a pretty big Resident Evil fan. I mean, I've only played. Well, I guess I've played more than I haven't. I have not played 5 and 6, but so I'll definitely be grabbing that. But I tend to get all of the stuff that Titan puts out.
You have one of the older volumes, right? Of the older series.
I have the one that Viz Signature put out. I have that whole manga.
Yeah. So there we go. I should have mentioned this comes out in October, or if I did, sorry, brain fart. But this would make a cool Halloween read, so I'm excited for that. And then we got this last one. The legendary witch is reborn as an oppressed princess. This is by, there's a lot of names here. Toko Amikawa, Kuroyuki, and Nai Serizawa. This comes out in September. Princess Claudia's life should be tragic, pushed from a window by her uncle. Oh, God. Coldly ignored and dismissed by all. But when her past life memories awaken, she remembers she was Adelheid? I don't know if I said that right. A legendary witch who once commanded legions of magicians. Now reborn, she refuses to be anything but herself, fabulously powerful and utterly carefree. With unrivaled magic that can shake the world and a reluctant, grumpy boy named Noah in tow as her servant, Claudia sweeps aside opposition, unravels dark curses, and reshapes her destiny, even if it means napping mid-battle and snuggling up after using too much power. Okay. So it's sort of like a isekai ecchi type series or something. I don't know. Shout out to the lazy witches that are now princesses. Pretty cool round of announcements. All of these should do pretty well. except for this one. Ignaro, I'm onto you. So shout out in Darwin's game. Let's see. Oh, we got some comments. Let's go. The final Jaime, thank you for joining. The final chapters never even got printed in a tankobon, so even if they print the volumes, there are chapters that won't be included. For Ignaro, ugh. Play Resident Evil Code Veronica for the character Steve alone. I have never played Code Veronica. I've only played the first 3 Resident Evils and never finished a single one. Baby, let's go. That's the type of gamer I am. I played 1. I played 2 and 3 remasters. The new one looks interesting, but I don't know if I'll have time for that.
You gotta at least play 4, man.
I know. It's a classic, and I want to. I wanted it when it first released. I wanted the was it a chainsaw? The chainsaw controller for the GameCube?
Yeah.
I wanted that thing, but never got it.
I can't imagine that it would be a practical controller to use at all.
No, absolutely not. But can you imagine if I get it?
I also had forgotten that the 9th one actually came out already.
Yeah,
so
it did really well. It sold really well.
Yeah, I haven't played 5, 6, or 9, but I have 0 through 8, and I saw rumors of Code Veronica getting a remake, which is like finally.
Let's get that out of the Dreamcast, Joe.
Because I only played part of that one, and that was actually probably my first game of Resident Evil I played. And I was hanging out with some friends when we were in like middle school, and I'd never played any like horror games or anything before, and they like gave me the controller and then just like went upstairs and I was playing it, and all of a sudden I realized I was alone and I was freaked out. Like I was alone in the middle of the night in the dark downstairs. But that was my experience with that. I played part of the game, never got to finish it. So if that does get re-released, I'll be there.
Let's go. Oh wow, that's for Ignaro. What a weird title. Okay. Last but not least, we got 7 Seas back in the action with some licenses. We got an audiobook, which for the purposes of this show, we don't care for. But there are audio peeps out there that are excited, and we love you guys. So that one's for you right there. Also, for the purposes of this show, we're not going to talk about light novels. But there are multiple people that love light novels, so this one's for you. Also, another light novel, which we're not going to talk about, but that's pretty cool that it's coming out. There we go. Okay, so manga-wise, all right, this one's personality-driven, or at least the cover for Volume 1. A quirky girl is inviting me to bed from Atsushi Suga. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. Sorry, Suga. This one comes out in December of this year from Ghost Ship. After taking a gap year, Kiyoshi Naoto finally manages to land a spot at university. Finding a place in Tokyo is a struggle, though, so he ends up moving in with his older cousin, Luna. Naoto had a crush on Luna ever since he was young. Okay. And now his cousin is more mature and beautiful than ever. Night after night, he hears her scandalous. Okay, I did not read this beforehand. Leaving him restless. She may have no shortage of partners, yet Luna starts getting closer to Naoto as he tries to figure out just what his cousin is thinking. Other sexy women seem to be flocking to him one after another. It's the beginning of a new life surrounded by seemingly promiscuous older women. Okay, that's one of those titles. I should have read this beforehand. Okay, that will sell pretty well, regardless. So, there we go. This one's saved for everybody. The one-eyed, I think, I don't know. The one-eyed, one-armed, one-legged sorcerer. Let's go. That sounds badass. From Suzusuke. I don't know how to pronounce that. Shibo no Bancha, Yu Yagami. And is everybody working on this title? There are 4 people. Holy crap. Sumihei. Oh god. I used to be good at this. This comes out next year, January. As a young boy, Ainz tragically witnessed his village being burnt to the ground by enemy forces. By the time rescue arrived, he lost his right arm, left leg, and right eye. Despite misfortune, his only concern was the magic he saw for the first time among the debris. In order to study it, he withdrew from society and secluded himself in a cabin in the woods for 2,000 years. Wow. When he finally emerges as an all-powerful mage, his childhood village has transformed into a sprawling city. But that's not all. The scribbled notes he left behind have become the original scripture, and he's infamously known as the demon god. Can Ainz find his place in the world after millennia have passed? That's interesting. Huh. I'm guessing by the time he comes out, they would have invented like robotic limbs for him to use. Or I'm guessing he's just using magic to walk.
I think it's magic because the image looks like
he's got an aqua hand, like Aquaman in the early odds.
Yeah, the like a Peter David Aquaman hand.
I like that. That's cool. I would check it out.
Or no, it was post Peter David, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was after the for the Sub Diego stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
This is the one I'm most excited for. Your Meteor Hidden in Flowers by Betty Tamamori. This comes out next year, January. Every 100 years, the monster's bride is chosen, a sacrifice given to the demonic creature confined somewhere within the country. When Stella's sister is chosen, she volunteers to go into her place. Stella is soon sent to be bride of the blood-soaked vampire Lavi. But behind the blood and fangs, Stella finds this monster harbors a deep loneliness. Will her affections pull him out of his deadly despair, or is their love cursed from the start? I will definitely be checking that out. That sounds cool. The last one here is a BL book. We have I Say from Nemui Asada, Carne Asada. Say, a 36-year-old office worker has convinced himself that he's no good at love. That's why he sticks to purely physical relationships, satisfied with one-night stands and no strings attached sex. However, his life is quickly turned upside down when he meets a handsome younger man named Al via dating app and falls head over heels. At first, they both agree to keep things out of their arrangement, but how long will it be before one of them finally says, "I love you"? That's a really cool cover. I like the emojis floating around and the red background. It's also how the red highlights on their bodies. That's pretty cool too.
It's hard to not read it like Foghorn Leghorn.
I say I'm a 36-year-old office worker using the dating apps. Shout out. So that's cool. Out of this, my favorite is Your Meteor Hidden in Flowers. But it's all good, baby. Go check them out. Even this one, which I fumbled reading. And this. Before somebody comes in here that's new and be like, "Look, these guys hate the thing." I'm like, I don't hate them. It's a joke for the channel.
I do, though. It's not.
There you go. Jim Joe Babaloo hates the light novels.
Yeah, fuck that guy, Jim Joe. You should pull up the Die Dark hardcover too, just because it's cool.
Die Dark. Is it in here? Because I don't want to look.
I don't think so. I think it's just gonna be on Twitter.
Damn it.
Just go to the Seven Seas page.
Oh, if anybody's wondering, Silent Hill F, the game, is getting a manga adaptation. That should be cool. I don't see it here. Give me a second. Let me look for it outside of the screen sharing. Where is it? Twitter. I even retweeted the thing. What the hell? Now I can't find it. Oh, there it is. Hold on. Okay. This is pretty cool, chat. Check this out. We're going to go to Twitter land. We got the... we already knew about the cover. It was posted on bookstores and stuff. But now we know that this is a glow-in-the-dark Die Dark. And that is pretty sexy. Eat your heart out, Marvel and DC. I remember the was it Omar that mentioned like putting glow-in-the-dark covers to like the Ghost Rider stuff, and then being like, "No, we can't do that."
Didn't they DC do it for Spectre, I think?
Yeah, DC was the first one to do that on an omnibus for superheroes.
Yeah, DC did it on but it's funny because like a few years ago I was joking that we were going to start seeing those like 90s effects on omnibus editions, like the die cut covers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, we did get one glow in the dark, and we have gotten some with like foil covers, but yeah, now we have a glow in the dark Die Dark, which I think like just goes really well with that series. Really good idea.
I stopped getting the regular editions as soon as this was announced, so my body is ready. I'm excited for Die Darkness in my life.
And off the top of my head, excuse me, the only other manga I can think of that had a glow in the dark cover was Kodansha's second release, the hardcover release of Junji Ito's Cat Diary.
Oh, we got another one. Dimension W.
Oh, sick.
That's cool. Oh, Dimension W has the sickest anime opening with all of them dancing around. I love that opening. If you haven't checked that out. Song's okay, but the animation of them dancing was pretty cool. We're just vibing. Are these 2-in-1s? Better yet,
they're 3-in-1s.
One more. And they will be larger than the previously available material for Die Dark. So,
but they're not going to be deluxe edition size. They're going to be like
Ashitano Joe and stuff like that.
The examples from Seven Seas to compare them to the best ones would be like the
Movie Monsters. What is it called?
There's the girl from the other side, Monster Musume.
There we go.
And Mushoku Tensei light novels.
I'll take it. I'm good. I don't mind.
And all of the classic edition stuff that they put out, like the Go Nagai and the Leiji Matsumoto and the Lupin books, it's going to be the same as those. It's not going to be big.
Yeah, I will get this and only read it in the dark once the glow in the dark stuff activates. That's when I start reading the book. I'm not going to read it with this.
You have to get two copies, one copy to read and one copy to hold over the book so that the glow in the dark can.
I'm going to read it. Yeah.
And you'll get like 30 minutes of reading time at a time or something before it fades out and you can't see anymore.
You can't see any. Yeah, just one page per night. And eventually, after a year, maybe I'll have read the book.
That'll be a fun, like, outward facing book. Like if you're someone that puts, like, I have a few, you can see like the Slam Dunk art book and the art book.
I want to do that, but I don't have enough books to pull it off.
Like I think it would be a really cool, like, outward facing book. So like whenever you have the lights charging your books, and then once you turn them out, there's that one that glows. Actually, I think doesn't glow in the dark like activate under black light also?
It should, yeah.
So that would be. I bet that would look cool under the LEDs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now I'm really curious how the second volume is going to look, and like if it's going to be the same like colors and all that stuff, if it's just going to be another character on the front. But I don't know. I think that it looks real nice, and I'm excited about that. I'm excited to get a copy.
Colleen, one with 7 Cs, and you, Jaime. For which series?
The vampire one was a big hit with like a lot of people in the shoujo crowd.
I did not know that. I'm sometimes disconnected from everybody. Sorry.
There was a lot of people had been asking for that one, so there was a lot of people very excited.
Shout out, Bean Queenie, co-host of the show, not friend, but co-host of the show. Let's go. Your meteor hidden flowers. Well, now it sounded dumb when I was so excited for it. I didn't know everybody was excited for it. Okay, that's cool. I say was a really good short story. Hold on. Die Dark. Stop. Wait a minute. There we go. I say it was a really good short story collection, except for one story, which I didn't like. I always wondered why publishers make one of the stories the description. Oh, so it's multiple stories. I say, now this book has more than one BL story. I apologize. I love the glow in the dark. It's so fun, but to be honest, it might be that fun at night if you keep your books in your bedroom where you sleep. Yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait. Glow in the dark covers are amazing. It goes really well with Q Hayashida. Not deluxe edition size like Berserk. Then it's a pass since I got all the Die Dark volumes. I mean, you save space, and it's a little bit larger.
It's pretty significantly larger than the paperbacks, which like is.
I don't have Monster Musume, but I do have. The hell do I have?
It's kind of crazy to me that they released Die Dark in a small trim in the first place, because Q Hayashida's artwork is so detailed that like. So now it's going to be comparable to Dorohedoro. So if I were to have, which I don't, but if I were to have a section of all of my Hayashida work together, now they would look better together than having little tiny books and then whoop, big books.
Right. So we would have Die Dark and Dorohedoro and the art book, right? Is that everything?
The art book should be the bigger like magazine trim.
Ew, cool. You don't know this. I mean, you do know that I got it, but you don't know that it arrived. But I got the Ghost in the Shell box set. I finally got it.
Yes.
What the hell was I going to say with that? Jesus Christ, brain fart. Sorry. I got it. I hauled it. Let's just say that. There was a point that I wanted to transition from Dorohedoro into Ghost in the Shell. What the hell was it?
Were you going to mention something about the posters?
No, but those posters look cool.
Because I'm sure the posters under all of your LEDs
they would look really cool. Yeah. Crazy. I don't know which one I want to display though.
Because mine, I have 4 of them in the entrance to my library, and depending on what color lights I put on those LEDs,
they look different.
Yeah, they'll look wildly different. It's crazy.
Nice. Sorry, it's late, folks. That is pretty crazy because I feel like 7C is doing the short. Oh no, okay, it's not related to Ghost in the Shell. Sorry. I remember what I wanted to mention. Die Dark is one of my favorite releases from 7Cs because they include the crossword puzzles at the back. Yes. I love that since day one. On my channel, I've talked about it, how I find that super fun. So I hope these new editions have the crossword puzzles like blown up in size as well.
And then you can tear the crossword puzzles out of your paperbacks.
Oh, ideally I would say, oh, but I'm gonna sell them. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but we'll see.
The
yeah.
my 7C section is about half and half of like smut. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
I have 5 rows of short trim,
okay.
and then 3.5 of the tall trim books.
Nice. People are gonna bug you for the tour video.
That's fine.
Or not on this on our chat, because our chat's cool. They understand everything. They're on top of their game, baby. But the other people are gonna be like, "Where's that whole tour video thing?"
Yeah, I still have to set up library 2.
Right. Work in progress, people.
Yeah, I have library 1 and library 2, and then I have a special annex as well.
You should name each section like a, you know what I mean? Like it has, like, you know how Jess names it the vault or the cave or whatever the hell. You should name each segment after a cool thing from one of your favorite franchises or something. I don't know.
This is Rise Labyrinth.
There you go.
And then the other one is the dungeon. I'll have to think of a clever name, but it's the dungeon.
One. Yeah.
And then the annex, I think calling it the annex is fine. Or because the annex is the wall in the dining room, and it's half Lego and then half books, because the Lego display is like above the dining table. So when you're there, or like when you're in the living room, you can see from the couch, you can see all the Legos, but you can't see the books, which is cool, because like if the Legos were going down all the way to the floor, then you couldn't see like half of the stuff.
Lee, thank you for joining. Appreciate it.
I did it. We're just discussing my labyrinthine library.
Also, you missed Ghost Ship books and People Sexy Time manga.
Yeah,
sorry,
but yeah. So I could probably give it some sort of special name, like, you know, the Lego Labyrinth or Lego Annex or something. But
there you go.
We'll see.
So chatters, let's give a shout out to our sponsor, InStockTrades.com, making tonight's broadcast happen. When these books come out, specifically that Die Dark Omnibus, which is coming out in July, you can grab it at InStockTrades.com, your home for collected editions. You get your Omnis, trade paperback, hardcovers, manga, and more for great discounted prices. Free shipping in the U.S. at orders that start at $50. There's a loyalty discount that adds an extra 2% off if you make weekly orders. And, of course, you get great packaging, wonderful customer service, and so much more when you visit InStockTrades.com. Also, a reminder that at the end of this month, which will be next Monday, you have a shot at winning our monthly gift card, courtesy of InStockTrades.com. So be sure to tune in to Monday for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's open to anybody out there in the world. All you got to do is show up, hang out. We're going to pick out a winner towards the end of that stream. We have a lot of fun doing that. So thank you, InStockTrades.com. I guess I should address it before we go. What did you think of Fox McCloud,
dude,
joining the Super Mario Galaxy movie?
Joining, you were gonna say it right, Super Smash Brothers movie. I was, because, you know, like, people saw that one image and they were like, it's Fox, and
I talked about it here. I thought it could be Fox, it could be Falco, somebody. We'll see.
It's just like, why would they do that? And they did it.
I saw a post today, somebody saying, like, why I understand people complaining that why would they spoil that, but then you look at the analytics and the post has 7 million views and like 50,000 retweets and stuff like that. I'm like, this is free marketing by just posting that picture. They are ensuring that everyone's going to see this damn movie. So I get it. I get it. I would have liked to have found out watching the movie, but it's not a deal breaker. I'm there for Mario at the end of the day. This is like a big cameo at the end of it. Or maybe not. Maybe at the end they all team up and you see the R-Wing shooting against Bowser Jr. I don't know.
I read that there was a leak of Fox in like Poland or something. And so I'm guessing that they just decided to get ahead of it. And
that could also be.
And so they were like, well, instead of letting people see some crappy footage or something,
boom, here's the poster.
Yeah, here we'll put out a whole ass poster so you can see it. Like, yes, it's true. Boom. No questioning it at all. And I too, I think it would have been really cool to get like watching the movie, not expecting that whatsoever, and then all of a sudden Fox shows up. I would have been jaw on the ground. Like, that's gross. My jaw should not be on the ground at a movie theater, but jaw in my hand.
Can I show it? I'll show it here. I mean, it's already out.
There's no
hold on.
But I'm wondering if there's gonna be another like cameo or something. Like, God, this is I'm such a fucking like child. This excites me so.
We haven't had any Star Fox in like a decade or more.
Yeah, right? I'm hoping because someone pointed out, I saw someone on Twitter point out, like, when they introduced Donkey Kong in Mario movie, the first one, they did a whole new design, and then they soon thereafter, not soon, but a few years later, did a new game with a design that was very similar to the movie design.
Yeah.
Which the movie design was similar to the classic design, but like they were like, what if that's the plan here? Like, what if they bring attention back to Fox here and they use this design of the character to use in a new game? And I don't care. You can anything. Just I think I told you, and I probably talked about it on the show, but like I recently, when I was setting up my little retro game corner in Library 2, I used Star Fox to test the TV to make sure that the TV was working right.
I remember that. Yeah.
And immediately sucked in. And like I had a couple friends come over, and because I have a group of guys that we're all like about the same age. We all grew up with the same things. And then we have one guy that's like probably 10 years younger than us. So like his exposure to stuff is different, but he's always like, he's super interested in all of like, he loves gaming in general. So like the games that came before, he's super interested. So like one of my friends came over, it was just two of them. It was him, the younger guy, and then one of my friends that we've known each other for 30 plus years. So we literally played Star Fox 64 together when it came out. And I plugged it in. I was like, hey guys, I got the N64 working and I got Star Fox working. And then like we just glued to the TV, like glued to it the next like couple hours, like playing through the game and trying to like go on the path to get to the real Andros at the end.
Andros.
Uncle Andros.
My favorite level in Star Fox 64 was the Independence Day ripoff.
That's exactly what one of the guys said. The guy
I love that. Whenever I play it, I'm thinking of ID4 and I'm like reciting the lines from the movie and just shooting everybody. I love that so much.
I like and hate. I have a love-hate relationship with the tank level, the train.
Yeah.
Because I would love to like sit there and try to shoot the train cars and blow them all up as quickly as possible. So like he couldn't throw rocks and like blast the little valley ridges and stuff to hurt me. And then like try to hit all those switches so that he would run. Because if you don't hit the switches, he sends that weird thing with the claw at you.
Mhm.
It's like,
Yeah. I forgot about that.
but if you hit the switches, he veers off track into a fucking like building and everything explodes because it's like their base. And the voice effect, because it was N64 game, but like it still had voice acting, which I think was pretty cool for the time.
Yeah.
And the voice acting on, I just remember, I think that's the one that like he goes off and he goes,
Yeah, I remember. Okay.
yeah,
I forgot about that.
that one's fun. I hate
Did you have a
the lava level sucks.
lava level? Yeah, I remember. That was pretty
And
bad.
I'm not a big fan of the submarine level either.
That I remember, but I don't know if I hated it. I probably did.
I don't think it was as bad. It's just like I don't think the submarine controls were that great.
Do you have a favorite pilot?
Favorite pilot?
Yeah, from the main cast.
I feel like the only choice I have is either
Fox.
It's Fox, because he's like the only character that's not A, useless, or B, an asshole.
Because Peppy, he's old. Not to be ageist.
Yeah, your father saved me that way, Fox.
Like, I don't care, dude. Whatever. And then Slippy, he's useless.
Yeah, Slippy should be inside the Great Fox.
And Falco's just an asshole. So
Falco's like, gee, thanks, Fox.
I'm like,
like save yourself, dude. Shut up. Stop
I just saved your ass.
When you keep getting yourself killed. Hey, man, I'm on your side. Then get out of my way.
I know. That's why one time I shot down everyone, including allies. That's awesome.
And that's
I love YouTube short updates.
With Ben.
That's a cool idea. I don't know if you're up for it, Riley. YouTube short updates.
So I think I am gonna be doing some shorts. I think I can't make promises because I usually break them. So let's just say
promises are meant to be broken. Sorry.
Let's just say conceptually, like the concept is happening. So I was talking with the channel, my channel, not this channel. The channel has a new sponsor. So my Waltz has been my singular sponsor for however long, and we've had a really great relationship. And but similar to Omar, I'm gonna have both like a EU sponsor, and now I'm gonna have a US sponsor.
Look at you making big moves.
We talked about this shop recently, and it's a brand new shop called Crooks and Bandits. Ironic for the recent situation that I found myself in. But Adam, the owner of this new shop, he sent some books my way, and then I reached out to him and I was like, hey, let's get on the horn, and I'm going to talk to you about, like, I'd like to hopefully bring you in as a sponsor of the channel. And he agreed. Now, and the cool thing is we're both just a couple guys. Like, it's basically the conversation was like, I was like, I'm just a guy that's like, I'm making videos for fun. I'm not trying to like make a living here. I'm just trying to have fun and hopefully like give people fun and informative content. And then he was like, I'm just a guy trying to have fun selling comics. Like, I don't need this shop. I have a job that pays really well. I'm just doing this because his story is that he had a triple bypass and came out of it thinking, you know, I want to do more with my life of what I love. And what I would love to do is to sell comics. And I'd love to be able to sell books to people like myself who are collectors. So he's a small, you know, very small business. He just runs it by himself, like out of a storage unit. He doesn't have like a warehouse. He doesn't have like a staff or anything like that. But he's, you know, not trying to make a huge return. So he has really great prices. And anyway, so he's going to sponsor the channel by basically helping me rebuild my collection. Every
Wow.
month or so, he's going to send me a book, and I'm going to make in a haul video. I'll have this section of the haul is sponsored by Crooks and Bandits Comics, and I'll talk about that book. And I said I can also, if you'd like, I could maybe even do some shorts. So that's why I brought that up. So I might do like a YouTube short about said book and say, you know, from Crooks and Bandits, check them out. I got this one from them, and it's
I got the music and everything for you right there.
5% off on crooksandbandits.com. Blah blah. Like, so I'm just so I can spread the word about a shop that, you know, he just wants to be able to reach more people that want to be helped great in a positive way. So shout out to
sorry, that just made me laugh. Will you have a code? You just gave me like Omnidog flashback PTSD for his codes.
I don't think so. I didn't discuss that. I'm just gonna get a book every month. Is it? Because I was like,
friends of the show.
I was like, dude, like I don't need you to like send me. I don't need you to pay me. Like I don't need monetary like stuff. But if you want to send a book my way, so I can either cross something off of the backlist of stuff that got stolen, or a newer book that I want to pick up. Either way, it helps me out, and it's like it makes more sense financially for the shop owner because it costs less for them to do that than to give someone cash. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be. But shout out to James for reminding me of the shop, because he was the one that brought it up to me like a week or so ago. We were chatting about something else, and he was like, "Hey man, if you haven't bought this X-Men book, you should get it because it looks like it's out of print." And he mentioned that he bought it from there and it had already shipped. And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's that guy Adam." So then I reached out to Adam like right after that. So shout out James for always being the man in the chair. Even
just
when
a couple guys who have fun and read books, you know?
Just a couple guys.
We just a couple
guys.
That's awesome, dude. That's great. A book a month is awesome. Hell yeah. And on that note, I think we can wrap it up. It's been a minute. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Jim Joe has talked extensively through the night on what he's doing, so I'm not going to ask again what he's doing for the channel. You already heard it. I should have... I'm jinxing myself by mentioning it, but whatever. I have 2 videos for next week. Will they happen? One of them, probably. The other one, I have no idea. So just stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel, Manga Geekdom, and hit the little notification bell. That's all I can promise you. So thank you, everybody. Oh, this is important. Crooks and Bandits is based in Jersey. There's also cool. Here are the links. Thank you, James. Omnibros Collector on YouTube, Manga Geekdom on YouTube, and if you want, join my Discord. We have a lot of fun. We don't talk just about manga; we talk about everything. So join me over there, and we can geek out or whatever. So shout out. That's it. There will be a show tomorrow. Hopefully, I hope I didn't jinx that either. So we'll see you then, and then we'll be back on, or I'll be back on Monday for hauls, previews, reads, gift card giveaways, all that fun stuff. So stay safe. Have a great weekend. God bless. Stay safe out there. We'll catch you next time. I'm gonna close it out with Toothless dancing it out. And where's the music? Hold on. Toothless, I got you, buddy. Shout out. What if I just take you out and take ourselves out and just leave him there for a couple seconds and then I close it out? Let's do that. Hold on. Let me remove you and remove myself. Goodbye, everybody.